Cassie, and this weather discussion continues. Now we're going over to Gabrielle Hayes. She's in Hamlin County with more on weather preps there. Gabrielle, they've been busy.
That's right, Daniel. The National Weather Service says they've been tracking this for over a week, and people who live here say that they're already prepped for what weather could come tomorrow.
We have a very steep driveway.
Mr. and Mrs. Ulrich made their way to Walmart this afternoon to grab a couple bags of salt.
In this area, typically, if they think if we're going to get snow or ice, everyone runs to the grocery store to get milk and bread and eggs and all the staples.
And that snow is something the National Weather Service in Morristown says it's been tracking for days.
Lots of coordination, lots of conference calls with our emergency management partners, state partners.
Warning coordination meteorologist Anthony Cavalucci says his team started monitoring snow potential about a week ago. And after a few days, it decided it was time to communicate with the public.
Department of Transportation, utilities, things like that, in order to make sure that they know what we're expecting and forecasting so that they can make better precautions.
Behind the social media posts and advisories, Cavalucci says a lot goes into figuring out where and how much snow will fall.
It's a lot of science. It's a lot of data, it's a lot of experience, and a little bit of art.
But he's encouraging people to double check the info they are getting.
You got to listen to the whole story.
And of course, be cautious while traveling tomorrow.
You know, we issue winter weather warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings because, well, we're here to protect life and property.
Again, the Weather Service is urging people to double check their information when they're checking the weather in their county and to plan accordingly. Back to you.